Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time on my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Soma, and to all of you that keep coming back, hello and welcome back. Quick reminder, if you've never subscribed, just remind you to click that red button there that says subscribe, and after that click the bell sign. That way you get notification whenever I upload a new video. So the other day I saw this video, and the video was titled, "Would you bring a white partner home?" And you know, they had their discussion. You know, at the end of the day, we're always gonna have different opinions or what we think about things like that. I'll play the video for you guys to hear exactly what was said.
Nigerians, you guys are very particular that it's okay for white women because most of the time your parents are okay with it because they got money, mainly your dad. Because one, the white woman more times has money.
Yes,
the white woman more times they like, oh, it's
never been about money. My point is,
maybe
in some houses, sure, but in my home, chocolate was always preferred.
I do not think, honestly, I wouldn't know. Like, okay. In Nigerian culture, right, things are changing. People are getting more exposed. For a long time, coming home with a foreigner, forget about being white or, you know, whatever. Coming home with a foreigner was frowned at a lot. It's just, people say they are different. They have a different culture. Why do you want to be with, why do you want to be with somebody in a different culture? And, some people feel like, well, they are different. Their culture is different. So parents genuinely worry for their children because of they worry about cultural clashes, the cultural differences and cultural clashes. Like, you may have different culture that you would end up clashing as a couple, and sometimes it's just completely tribalism or racism or whatever. We don't want that tribe, we don't want that race, and that's it. Like, I made a video where I explained how a woman in my village found out that the son the son married a white girl. She jumped in the well to commit suicide. That is how bad it was. But people are beginning to be more relaxed. Over the time, some people that ended up marrying a foreigner, have learned that if they have tried to learn to find out what the fears are, like what are they afraid of. They find that, especially where I come from, some of the things they worry about the most is, if you're married to a white person and you're living in England or wherever, they fear that you're never going to come home. There are some men that feel like, oh, the mansion, everything I've built, and now you're married to a white girl, your children may never come home. So they feel like they've lost you. It was frowned upon for a long time. But we always get all this notion of people. I don't know where they get the notion that in Nigeria, everybody is all hoopla, yeah, he's marrying a white girl, come on. And then when the guy said something about, oh, they are happy for their child to marry a white girl because they feel like she is rich and she's rich and is all about wealth. I seriously don't know. If your opinion is different, you're free, leave it in the comment section. But as far as I know, I'm yet to find, honestly, I honestly do not know of Nigerian men that are actually married to wealthy white girls. I actually don't know. To be honest, personally, I have cousins and family members that are married to white people. I don't know of any that's married to wealthy family. They're married to people like themselves, average people, everyday life, and they have, their families, and they're happily married. But I don't know where this assumption comes from. And then when the Nigerian guy was trying to explain to them that, I don't know what Nigeria you've met, but Nigeria is a very big country. There's so much diversity in the country. They don't seem to understand it. Like, as far as I know, I don't think Hausas actually marry outside Nigeria. It would be very unusual. And do you know that among the Nigerians you find abroad, you hardly find the Hausas abroad? To the best of my knowledge, Hausas actually do not migrate. And Hausas are typically Muslims in the north. You hardly find them being married to white girls. I'm not saying they don't exist, but they won't be that very common. And then somebody is there making a general statement about Nigeria, and he's trying to explain to you guys about how diverse Nigeria is. They don't seem to get it. Another thing I want to touch on is the fact that a lot of Nigerian parents are becoming, what's the word? People are becoming more open. People are becoming more, the rigidity is kind of relaxing. And over the years, parents are learning to become more accepting. In years past, it would have been a massive war to say, I'm marrying a white girl. Like, your whole family can turn against you. You know, your whole family. You know, in the past, the guys that brought home a white girl, a lot of them were not received well. It was never something that to be happy about. You know, it was frowned upon so much. If you do not know, some people have heard about, oh, that Nigerian guy married a white woman and then he went to Nigeria and married somebody else. That's actually the reason that happened a lot, because a lot of these guys were too afraid of coming home with a white girl that they will marry the white girl and just keep it quiet, and then they go to Nigeria and marry a Nigerian girl because they want to make their families, you know, happy, and they don't want the families to know that they're married to a white girl. Or sometimes the family will be like, okay, fine, that's your choice, you married her, that's fine, don't bring her here, we don't want to have anything to do with her. Marry a girl for us here that is going to be ours. It's basically like he's marrying the white girl for himself, and then he goes to Nigeria and marries a Nigerian girl for his family, basically to make his family happy. And then he goes home and is having kids with this girl, and then he goes to wherever, you know, his white girl, and he's a happy married man. And sometimes these things come out in the news and people don't know the reasons, and the reasons typically is still because of the fact that, because of the problem of not being accepted. For those that do not know, I don't know where he got that from, that they are marrying Nigerian guys are marrying white girls for money or whatever he's trying to say. A lot of Nigerian guys that I know are not married into wealth. They are married into everyday people, their co-worker, that they have the same salary, very everyday life. If you've been watching my videos, you would know that I emphasize a lot on find love and be happy, because no matter what, people are always going to say something. I don't believe in racism. I personally do not believe, you know, race should be an issue. If you love people, you know, if you love yourselves, that's what matters. Let me tell you, people always say something. If you married a short guy, people are going to be like, oh, she must have married a short guy because he's rich. They don't even know if he's rich or not. They just make, why would she be doing the short guy? To an extent, if they were talking about, okay, maybe, you know, Nigerians marrying white people, you know, Nigerian men marrying white girls for citizenship, okay, yeah, there will be an element of truth to that. You know, a lot of guys, Nigerian guys, that are happily married to, you know, white girls, you know, for citizenship, or foreigners that have citizenship for citizenship, but at the same time they are happily married and they are in love and all of that, and they get it too. Like, a girl left me a comment once and said, yes, you know, I'm from this country, I'm from I've forgotten, she's from a country in Africa. She said, I'm married to a white guy and I got citizenship of him. She was like, yeah, she said, I got two things. I got the man that I love and I got citizenship. You know, what's wrong with that? So there will be a lot of Nigerian men that will be like, oh yeah, they fall into that category. They found love, citizenship, and they did it too. Unfortunately, there are some, you may be like, okay, they never loved the lady and they married her without love, just for citizenship. And Nigerians will not be the only ones that have done it. There are a lot of foreigners, you know, that have done it. But if you say Nigerian guys are marrying girls, white girls for money, that would be, no, not really. And most of the Nigerian guys that I know, personally know, that are married to white girls are not married to rich girls from wealthy families. No, you know, a lot of Nigerian guys that I know, even in Ireland here, that the women are stay-at-home moms and the man goes and makes the money and the woman looks after the home. I have seen some of these families, but I haven't seen that trend of Nigerian guys being married to these wealthy girls and, you know, and stuff like that. I have a cousin that's married to a white girl, and you know, my cousin was born in the UK and he's a British citizen, and it's easy for people to look at them and be like, oh yeah, he must have married her for citizenship. You have to be careful about making this assumption, because some people may have done it, but not everybody. You know, people always make assumptions and be like, that's all Nigerians. It's not true. Like my cousin, I have a cousin that's a British citizen born in the UK, and he's married to a white girl. If you saw them and you know he's a Nigerian, you're gonna make assumption and think, oh, you know, maybe he married her for citizenship. But my cousin, he's always been a citizen. He was born in the UK. I really want to make it clear, not a lot of families still frown at the idea of marrying a foreigner. Different things you can say about Nigerian men that are white girls, but I do not think that marrying white girls for wealth will be one of them. I do not think so. If you're watching this video and you're Nigerian, or you know Nigerians that are married to white girls, feel free to leave your opinion in the comments. Let me know, do you actually know about a lot of Nigerian guys that are married to wealthy white women? Is it a trend? Especially those of you that are Nigerians, would you actually say that it's true? A lot of families, you know, a lot of Nigerian families are happy to see their son marry a white girl because they feel like, oh yeah, you know, white girl is wealthy, she's gonna bring money. Leave your opinion in the comment section. I always say this, everybody is free to leave their comments or their opinion, and do it maturely and respectfully. And as always, I'm just gonna say thank you all for watching. Until the next time, guys, bye bye.
It's goodbye friends and goodbye foes.